Guys, we made it to 2025, so why not predict the prices of some seal products that exist and some seal products that don't yet exist, and have a look in a year's time when we revisit this just to see how right or wrong we were. I'm going to leave some chapters below, guys, so you can simply click on the points you want to get to. So I'll give a talk on my thoughts and feelings on a product, and then a small clip after the talk to simply give the name of the product and the price I think it will be at this point next year. I always enjoy listening to what other people think on matters as well, so please guys, whilst you're watching, leave in the comments below your predictions on what you think the prices of these products will be this time next year, as well as why. Quickly before we get into it guys, I just wanted to say a big thank you for this. This was not expected at all, and this is the result of the love I received on my previous video from a couple days ago. I was not expecting it at all guys, and it completely blew up, so thank you very much for all your support. But on a separate side note guys, I would like to change this, as the vast majority of those that are watching the videos are not subscribed, and therefore guys, please, if you are enjoying the videos and you do enjoy this style of content, I would be very grateful if you do subscribe. Anyway, enough of that guys, let's get into the video and make some predictions. Now to start off guys, Crown Zenith or Crown Zenith, depending on where you're from and how you say it, currently sitting at around $70 US. Now, Crown Zenith was released on January the 20th, 2023, meaning it has now been out for just under 2 years, or just coming up to 2 years, therefore also meaning we can probably just about guarantee it is done with its print run. Now guys, with that being said, with the print run most likely having been concluded, whatever stock we have available to now, whatever stock is left is all we're going to have. Therefore, stock levels can only dwindle, can only diminish, they can only go down. Therefore, with that happening, prices will gradually rise. Now with the amount of stock we have of this available, as we know it is heavily printed, I don't predict any rapid rise. I do think it'll be gradual, right? Now we're currently sitting at around $70 US. I do think this time next year, to make the prediction, I do think we'll see it almost double. I think we'll sit around $120 US this time next year, which is a very respectable rise. If you are parking money into this set and you do have a lot of it, guys, I wouldn't predict any huge rise. I do think it's going to be one of them sets where you need to wait it out for 3, 4, 5 years plus to see any real rise. If you want it to maybe 3, 4, 5 times in value, it's going to be one of them patient sets. But I do still think this time next year, $120 US, a respectable price, a respectable rise, and I do think we will see gains on this product. So there we have it guys, my first prediction, the Crown Zenith Elite Trainer Box, $120 US. Now guys, the next product we have is Twilight Masquerade Booster Box. Now, currently sitting at around $160 US. This set, as we know, is hugely driven by that Greninja EX card. Now that is key, right? The Greninja EX card sits for me in that category of elite chase card from the modern era. I'm talking Latias and Latios GX from Team Up, Umbreon VMAX from Evolving Skies, and most recently the Pikachu EX from Surging Sparks. Now, this Greninja card in this set is what is key and will massively drive the price of the set, providing it goes from strength to strength itself. Of course, it has some other great cards in it, such as the Eevee card, which I personally love, is my favorite from the set. We have the Carmine as well. It's a really strong set, right? It's a good set. It's a nice set. And I do expect this to have a higher price when we reach this point this time next year. But first, I do expect it to drop off, as I do expect this set to get a reprint at some point. As I said, it currently sits at around $160 US, but I do think, depending on when we get that reprint, I do think it will drop off to around $120 US maybe. It depends what price it rises to when we get the reprint. As we can see, recently it's had quite a decent rise over the last few months. But I do expect it to drop off with a reprint to around $120-ish US, more or less. But once that's happened, I do expect it to rise again and potentially hit near $200 US this time next year. So there we have it guys, my second prediction, the Twilight Masquerade Booster Box, $200 US. Now guys, Surging Sparks Booster Box. Okay, this one's a funny one for me. I did make a little prediction in my last video, and the next day something happened that contradicted what I said, so what do I know? But anyway, I still stick to my prediction, and what I said was that this will drop off in price at some point. Now, reason being twofold. One, we will see reprints of this product. When? Who knows, but we will get it. And I do think a fairly large one, as the Pokemon Company are not stupid, and I've said before, They want the customer base to be satisfied, right? And there's a lot of people who at the minute are not able to get their hands on this product and therefore are sitting unsatisfied. So the Pokemon company, it's in their best interest and they know that they need to reprint this product heavily. And I do think they will at some point in 2025. It's just a matter of when, right? So at the minute, currently sitting at $240 US, which is just absurd to say. It was only released literally a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, which is absolutely crazy. But it is a fantastic set, right? There's no secret. There's no arguing that. It's a fantastic set. It's a beautiful set. It has some great cards in it. Now, where do I think this will be? So I think it could rise, honestly, to 260, 280, even maybe 300 before we see a reprint, because I do think a reprint is not coming immediately. I've also made another video on this before, but I do think it's a balancing act for the Pokemon company. I do think they're waiting it out and letting the hype increase around the product before they kind of pull the trigger and think, yeah, okay, now it's time to reprint. So I do think it will rise a little bit more. It will continue to rise. As you can see, it has plateaued a bit recently, but it is starting to rise again. I do think it will rise a little bit more until we hit reprint, until we hit Prismatic Evolutions release, until we hit Battle Partners release, until we hit Glory of Team Rocket release. These sets stealing the thunder of this alongside a reprint will cause it to drop off a decent amount. I think it will drop back down to $200 US and even under. Now, it depends on when we get that reprint, on how close it will be to this time next year, to the new year of 2025-2026, as to where I think that price will be. Now, I do think it will be quite close to the end of the year when we do get a reprint. I think it will be around summertime, summer in the Northern Hemisphere, that is. So June, July to August, September when we see a reprint. But now, of course, I need to make a prediction, don't I? So Surging Sparks, ooh, where do we think it will be? I'm going to say, as I said, rise to 280, let's say, and then drop off and hit around 200. So, but this time next year, I think it will sit around 250. I'll go 250. I had a little rethink between the few seconds of filming these clips, so I'm going to say Surging Sparks Booster Box, $270 US this time next year. Now, guys, the Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. Now, I usually enjoy making predictions, but I'm really not excited to make this one, to be honest with you. I mean, when we look at this price, $400 US for a product that no one even has in their hands yet is absolutely mental, right? It's insane, right? This is the product I'm most excited about because I do have a sealed case pre-ordered and 2 extra Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes ordered or pre-ordered from the Pokemon Center website. Therefore, I do think I will see some nice gains on this product. But a word of advice, guys, for those of you that weren't able to make pre-orders or want to make more pre-orders, be bright, up, early, awake, and ready on the 17th of January on the day of release, as we can almost guarantee there will be another run of product available, but it won't last very long at all, guys. It will probably be there for minutes, right? And also, as is the way with the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes, we don't normally see more print run in the future, right? We get it on release, we get it prior to release, we get it on the day of release, and after that, it's up in the air whether we'll get another one, right? So do what you can to get it on release day. Now, talking about prices, I do think we'll see it drop off to around $250 US, which is around 150 to 200 pounds, or around 300 to 400 Australian dollars on the day of release. I think these prices are crazy right now. I do think they will drop off a little bit. MSRP, no. I think you can say goodbye to that. It just won't be MSRP again, which says a lot about the market we're in right now. It also says a lot about this product. It is a very, very, very good product, right? We've seen Terrestrial Festival, how beautiful the cards are, how loved and wanted that set is. In English, it's going to be the same with Prismatic Evolutions. But so to make the prediction, on release, $250 US, and on this time next year, it's really hard, guys. It's really hard, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say $500 to $700 US, to be perfectly honest with you guys. It's going to have a whole year to be out, which will allow prices to rise as well. I think it'll be printed heavily, but we're talking about this specific product, right? The Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box, the exclusive one to the Pokemon Center website, and therefore I do think we're looking $500 or $700 US, guys. I think this is going to be an all-timer product in terms of like the percentage it will rise at. I'm excited for it personally, but I'm almost scared as well because these are crazy numbers we're talking about, right? So guys, to make the prediction, Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer Box on release, $250 US, 250 to 300 US dollars, and this time next year, $500 to 700 US dollars. Now the market currently, as we all know, is in an extremely strong position. Therefore, it is kind of difficult to make these price predictions, as you can't guarantee whether it will continue in that same vein throughout 2025 and arriving to this point next year. Of course, again, it's just a prediction. We'll see next year just how right or wrong I am, as I said at the beginning of the video. But I've enjoyed making this video, guys. I do think we're set for a very strong 2025. Normally, when we come to the end of eras, they do kind of play out quite strongly. And when we move into the start of a new era, which we will in 2026, things drop off a little bit. But of course, we're making a prediction of this year to come and how it will be this time next year. Therefore, I do think the price of products will all see a nice rise and be in a very strong position this time next year. Anyway, that's been everything from me today, guys. I will make a video in the next couple of days on my predictions on the singles from each of the sets that I've reviewed today. For example, the Greninja EX, the Pikachu EX, etc., and where I think they'll be this time next year. Of course, today we covered the seal products, but I would also like to cover the singles as well. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed the video, please don't hesitate to leave a like. I greatly appreciate all of your support. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button right here. If you can also watch a couple different videos of mine right here. That's been everything from me, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.